Anthropic just shipped a security product. The catalyst they name in the launch is their own model. We'll cover Claude Security going public beta, Anthropic becoming Blender's largest corporate patron the same day, Apple reporting tonight, and what last night's earnings prints are still doing to the stocks. Thursday, April 30th. Let's begin. Claude Security, public beta, the day Anthropic became a security vendor. Today, Anthropic moved Claude Security out of closed research preview and into public beta for Claude enterprise customers, globally, powered by Claude Opus 4.7. Distinct from Claude Code and Posture, Claude Code remediates inside a developer's loop. Claude Security audits a whole codebase, scheduled or on demand, and hands findings to a security team with confidence ratings and exploitation likelihood scores, not pattern matching. Reasoning traces data flows, reads source, examines interactions between code components. And then the partner sheet. 6 security platforms integrating Opus 4.7 directly. CrowdStrike, Microsoft Security, Palo Alto Networks, SentinelOne, Trend.ai, Wiz, plus the big 5 consultancies, Accenture, BCG, Deloitte, Infosys, PwC, deploying Claude solutions for vulnerability management, secure code review, and incident response. The broadest enterprise security partner sheet Anthropic has ever shipped on one day. The workflow is the product. Findings come back with severity, confidence, and exploitation likelihood. Scheduled scans, dismissal with reason, CSV and markdown export for audit pipelines. And when the team accepts a fix, Claude Code picks up the patch in the same context. Anthropic's pitch collapses days of back and forth between security and engineering into a single sitting. And then the awkward part. The launch text directly cites Anthropic's own Mythos model as the catalyst. Mythos compresses exploit discovery timelines from days to minutes. The launch concedes other foundation models will produce comparable capabilities, and those will end up in the hands of criminals and nation-state adversaries. Claude Security is Anthropic shipping the defensive layer because they themselves shipped the offensive one. One last line on that partner sheet. Microsoft Security is on it. The same Microsoft that yesterday raised AI capex above $40 billion. The OpenAI exclusivity rewrite from Monday was the first hairline crack. Microsoft Security shipping with Anthropic's Opus 4.7 on enterprise endpoints. That's the second. The question for next quarter, is the partner list real distribution? Or is it a launch day photo op? We'll know.
Same company, same day, different lane.
Anthropic just became Blender's largest corporate patron. Anthropic joined the Blender Development Fund as a corporate patron, the top tier, committing 240,000 euros per year to development of the open-source 3D suite. Specific focus on the Blender Python API, which is the layer the Claude connector talks to. 2 days ago, Anthropic shipped 9 creative tool connectors: Adobe, Autodesk Fusion, Blender, Ableton, Splice, and more. Today is the funding handshake behind the Blender one. And the connector is built on MCP, Open Protocol. Anthropic explicitly says other LLMs can connect to Blender through the same channel. This isn't an exclusivity play. 2 strategy moves in one day. Security to enterprises, funding to open source 3D. No model release. That's a tell.
OpenAI today. Advanced account security rolled out to ChatGPT. Identity takeover hardening for enterprise and consumer accounts. Quiet beat, given the lead. Worth flagging because it's the first OpenAI product update since the Microsoft exclusivity ended Monday, and the second security-shaped product to ship this week. Anthropic's was first.
Apple reports fiscal Q2 after the close tonight.
The number to read isn't iPhone, it's capex. Apple's full-year guide sits around $13.5 billion for fiscal 2026. Meta's is $145. Apple is the Mag 7 outlier on AI infra spend. The earnings call will tell us whether Cupertino is comfortable being the outlier or whether the M5 silicon answer is finally on the way.
Amazon last night. AWS plus 28% to $37.6 billion. Fastest cloud growth in 15 quarters. The number that matters? Bedrock processed more tokens in Q1 than in all prior years combined. Customer spend up 170% quarter on quarter. Capex, $44.2 billion, almost double last Q1. Stock fell on the capex print, not the beat.
Different pattern from Google. Meta still bleeding from the $145 billion capex guide. Stock down roughly 7% extending into today. Zuckerberg's earnings call pitch, personal superintelligence to billions of people, is now a multi-quarter ROI question, not a quarterly one. The market wants a milestone, not a moonshot. Google. Cloud Next 2026 wraps today. Headline takeaways from the week. The Gemini Enterprise Agent Platform as the agentic workflow story. TPU 8i with claimed 80% perf gain. The Virgo network chip fabric at 134,000 chips. From DeepMind earlier this week, Vision Banana beat SAM3 on segmentation. Bookend to a long week. Nvidia. No news today. Earnings May 20th. Still 60+% of global AI compute. The DeepSeek V4 launch yesterday running on Huawei Ascend is the thread to watch. Every Chinese frontier model this month shipped on non-Nvidia silicon. The 10% of compute that isn't Nvidia is the one growing fastest right now. Anthropic shipped 2 strategy moves on one day. Security to enterprises, funding to open source 3D. Apple reports tonight. Meta is still bleeding from yesterday's capex print. The pace isn't slowing, but the shape is changing. Fewer model launches, more partner sheets and patron checks. The moats are starting to look less like models and more like distribution. See you tomorrow.